Sens lose 5-3 with getting a very late goal to make it 5-3 to the Tampa Bay Lightning in a game that was, like most of their games, a mixed bag. And with the exception of the 2 games on the Sens road trip in Chicago and Minnesota, they haven't really been terrible for a full 60 minutes that often this season. But like I said, they're mostly just a mixed bag, and a very inconsistent mixed bag at that. The lineup notes in this one: Brian Elliott starts in goal for Tampa Bay, Matt Murray starts in goal for Ottawa, Logan Shaw comes back in because Tyler Ennis is kind of banged up, Parker Kelly, recalled from Belleville, comes back into the lineup as well here today, as obviously, as you all know, Austin Watson is out in COVID protocol. And I just want to say, even though I'm not a big fan of Austin Watson, I am wishing him a speedy recovery, of course. So the first period starts off in Ottawa. They're doing Ottawa things like running around in their own zone, giving up scoring chances that eventually leads to a Lightning power play. 4:27 into the first, Victor Hedman scores on that power play as a point shot goes off big hulking Josh Brown in front and into the back of the net. Josh Brown, this guy, he's played every game so far this season. Maybe DJ Smith could take him out of the lineup next game. I don't know. Stamkos and Point get assists on that one, so the Lightning's big boys come to play early. But I really love the Sens' response. They were all over Tampa after that first goal. Brian Elliott stood tall, made some big saves for his team. The shots were 13-4 in favor of the Sens after the first. We go to the second period, and Ottawa spends about the first minute and a half in their own zone. But then Connor Brown gets an unassisted goal, a beautiful unassisted goal too, by the way, as he goes around, I forget what Lightning defenseman it was, but he goes bar down on Brian Elliott to tie the game up at 1. Connor Brown showing off some hands on that play. But because good things don't seem to last long for the Senators over this last little while, Jan Ruda had to score 10:06 into the second to regain the lead for Tampa. And Andre Palat would pick up the lone assist on that goal. On that goal against, I just want to talk about Josh Brown and Nick Holden for a sec here. When I was a little kid, I watched this cartoon growing up called Timothy Goes to School. And there was these 2 characters in there named Frank and Frank. They were a couple of bulldogs, and their big thing is they would always try to butt in the door ahead of each other, and they would always say, me before you, me first. Josh Brown and Nick Holden, they looked an awful lot like Frank and Frank on that play, as they were saying, me before you, me first. Unfortunately, when you're playing against the Tampa Bay Lightning and you try to go 2 on 1 guy and do me before you, me first, the puck usually ends up in the back of your net, and that's what happened here. In Ottawa, they're just not playing well at all in the second period, right? Well, with 43 seconds to go, Drake Batherson, he sends a beautiful pass over to Brady Tkachuk through 2 Lightning sticks. Tkachuk one-times it home, his first goal as captain. Josh Norris also picks up an assist on that play. But if anyone says Norris and Batherson are good players because Tkachuk makes them good players, I totally disagree. It's the other way around. Batherson and Norris make Brady Tkachuk a better player. So then we go to the third period, and the game's tied up at 2. It's anyone's game, but when it's anyone's game, it's never Ottawa's game, it seems like, because Steven Stamkos, 7:32 in, scores off kind of a broken play. Victor Mete, look, I like this guy, but I would have liked to seen him step up and make a better play defensively. He kind of stopped. He should have moved his feet once he stopped to get after Steven Stamkos and not give him that easy goal. And then in the late stages of the third period, Nick Paul appears to score a goal, but he backhands it off the crossbar. Honestly, when Elliott was down and out and I saw Paul turn around and backhand it, I thought for sure it was going in. But with the way things are going for the Sens, why should I be surprised that that puck did not go into the back of the net? And then because things are not going well for Ottawa right now, and that's an understatement, Andre Palat scores to make it 4-2 for Tampa, just as Ottawa was trying to get Matt Murray out of the net. And it ended up being a 2-on-1. Tim Stützle stayed his shift too long there. I don't know if DJ Smith wanted him to stay out because the Sens had 4 forwards on the ice when that goal went in, and the 1 defenseman, Thomas Chabot. They were doing 4 forwards and 1 defenseman because they wanted to have that for the extra attacker. That obviously didn't happen. They got scored on, and Stützle had nothing left in the tank to chase after Palat there. The Sens pull the goalie. Anthony Cirelli hits the empty net, and the game's over for sure. Then with 16 seconds to go, Logan Shaw tips a puck into the back of the net. Who would have thought Logan Shaw would score a goal? Guy doesn't get a ton of ice time, but good on him. He works hard. He deserves that goal. Victor Mete and Parker Kelly pick up assists on that play. For for Parker Kelly, his first career NHL assist. That would be it. The Sens lose 5-3. Now, if we go back about a month and a half to 2 months ago, I believe General Manager Pierre Dorion said, "The rebuild is over, the worst is behind us." And after this start to the season, I'm willing to bet he's reconsidering that. Right now, the rebuild looks far from over, in my opinion. Yes, the Sens do have some good young talent, good young promising talent too, by the way. These guys have played very well for the most part, especially the Norris, Tkachuk, Batherson line, in particular Batherson and Norris. Stützle's even had a lot of chances, but maybe he should start burying some of those. I mentioned before, I don't think DJ Smith is the coach to take this team to the next level. I'm not implying a coaching change right now, but it wouldn't surprise me if DJ Smith is not the head coach of the Ottawa Senators by the end of this season, especially if this type of play continues. Those are my thoughts on the game. The Sens' next challenge is in Boston on Tuesday. Please let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Also, please like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.